If you knew that you would die today, you saw the face of God and love, would you change? Would you change? If you knew that love can't break your heart, when you're down so low you cannot fall, would you change? Would you change? How bad, how good does it need to get? How many losses? How
आपकी जिंदगी में सबसे पहले जो है वो है आपकी कल्पना, और उस कल्पना में आप पहुंचने की कोशिश करेंगे। क्यों राजवीर, यही है ना? यू आर गेटिंग मी? तो उसको हम कल्पना को कैसे अचीव करेंगे, किस तरीके से अचीव करेंगे? प्लानिंग से। और प्लानिंग किस चीज की करेंगे? कल्पना की प्लानिंग नहीं कर सकेंगे, किस चीज की प्लानिंग करेंगे? विजन तो कल्पना है, लेकिन उसको जैसे कि हमने कहा टुकड़ों में बांटना है। 3 साल, 5 साल, 6 साल, बस उससे ज्यादा नहीं, क्योंकि उसके बारे में आप सोच ही नहीं सकते, संभव ही नहीं है सोचना। आज से 7 साल बाद या 6 साल बाद एक ऐसा समय, वो बदलाव की जो हम बात कर रहे थे कि बदलाव का प्रेशर इतना ज्यादा है कि आप 2 साल क्या 1 साल के बाद क्या होने वाला है आपको नहीं मालूम, एक क्षण के बाद क्या होने वाला है उसका नहीं मालूम। तो इसलिए ये जरूरी होता है कि हम अपने विजन को, अपनी कल्पना को प्राप्त करने के लिए हम अपने मिशन को तैयार करें। 1 साल का मिशन बनाएं, 6 महीने का मिशन बनाएं, 2 साल का मिशन बनाएं कि अगले 2 साल के लिए या अगले 3 साल के लिए हमें ये करना है, उस कल्पना को प्राप्त करना। उसी तरह से कंपनी की भी विजन होती है और कंपनी की भी एक मिशन होती है। नरेंद्र, क्या समझते हो आप इसकी परिभाषा या इसका मतलब क्या समझते हो?
2 decades now.
Brings in some very pleasant memories, Dhruv sir. We have had some wonderful times together, I can say that. Very interesting times. I'll say more than wonderful. They were like times where, your mind gets a challenge, and you enjoy those challenges. Yeah, I think it was a great.
I think you as an individual posed a lot of challenges to me as a consultant too.
It was a very early phase of the company, and I think your intervention was one of the first interventions that we brought to the group. So so we were trying to structure a unorganized or say family-run mom and pop show into a professional organization. I think, and those are tough decisions, and there's a very, I think, tight walk between old promoters, the new way of thinking, the balancing. It's not. It was not the I'll say intervention from your side, and it was. I think, it was a tough period also, but very learning. I think it did lay some good foundations.
Yeah, I think Rishiji, you have while you and I were ages apart in terms of physical age, but you always caught up with whatever we discussed and whatever inputs I was giving or whatever inputs you shared with me. I think we were almost always on the same page. That was okay. Ready? Are we ready? Jasmine, are we ready? Okay. On your marks, get set, go.
Come straight. Walk fast.
उसका माइनस ज़्यादा आएगा।
Straight. Okay, we are turning left.
इनका बॉडी टच हो जाएगा।
तीनों का होगा।
There's a passage.
Lock is there.
Don't.
Come. There's a passage. ऐसे हाँ ऐसे हो जा.
Holding -5.
Holding
-1.
कोमल टच होगी।
-1.
अरे रेफरी तो आएगा वही।
Come on, come on. Okay, we are turning left. There's a passage coming over.
ये लगे तुम्हारा
ना एक को बाय डिफॉल्ट
आई थिंक
गार्ड का नाम क्या है
ये
Come on. नहीं, slant हो जा.
हुक बन गया
मतलब
कहाँ बना है?
तुम मत लो
Slant हो जा.
-1
Just come, walk. हाँ, walk.
-1 again
Okay, wait. Come. There's a passage again. Komal, stop. Yes. Now walk sideways.
no holding
Walk
please
sideways. Komal. हाँ, walk sideways.
touching
Walk sideways.
गुड वेरी गुड वर्ड
Walk sideways.
गुड
Turn. There's a passage coming, okay?
गुड टेस्टिंग यू आर डूइंग ग्रेट
-1
Okay, there's a passage coming. Komal, slant हो जा. हाँ, walk slant. Komal आजा. हाँ, ऐसे ही चल.
कोमल यार टचिंग यार थंब फिंगर
ऐसे ही चल.
अरे आप माइनस करो ना वॉल क्यों कर रहे हो
और क्या
Okay, passage coming. Komal in the head. Bus stop. Get
no holding -5
Slant हो जा.
-5 यार
Slant हो जा. Turn right. Okay, bus stop. बस अभी slant चल पैसेज में है. Right आजा, right. Right turn.
देखो टचिंग छोड़ो उसके नंबर डालना है
कोमल टच
excellent
Now we are about to get done. Naina, heel should touch the end line.
okay done
good job
See, let me inform you first of all that training is an event. And while morphing is a process.
Okay.
Yeah. So training also can be converted to a process, but that process will not have any continuity.
Okay.
Because the follow-ups will happen only in segments. You know, if you're doing a training for one particular section, then the follow-up can be done for that section. It will not happen holistically. So the difference is that when we are not doing training and we're doing morphing, we are actually approaching, the whole approach is holistic. The third point here is that, entrepreneurs in training, they may not feel involved in the activity because the entrepreneur only takes a decision that the training has to be done, or else the entrepreneur himself has to go in for a training, but which rarely happens, particularly in the MSME sector. So entrepreneur may or may not feel involved in the process, in the event of a training. And morphing, on the contrary, is a top-down approach. It starts with a lot of leadership coaching with the entrepreneur himself, understanding what are his needs, his personal needs, his organizational needs, and then it's a top-down approach starting with him, and then there's a lot of hand-holding which is involved at every step. So hand-holding is something which, if the employers are looking for answers, the entrepreneur is looking for answers, or the senior management is looking for answers, we immediately get to have the answers through interactions with us. So that is how morphing helps.
Okay. So that's the difference between the two. Okay.
That's fundamentally the difference.
Yeah, fundamentally different. So training is more pocket-wise. Morphing involves a whole of organization.
Exactly.
So the approach is different. Obviously, when approach is different, results are different.
कितने आदमी थे?
सरदार 2 आदमी।
2 आदमी और तुम 3। सुअर के बच्चों, वो 2 थे और तुम 3, फिर भी वापस आ गए खाली हाथ। क्या समझ कर आए थे? सरदार बहुत खुश होगा, शाबाशी देगा। धिक्कार है।
If you knew that you would die today, you saw the face of God and love, would you change? Would you change? If you knew that love can't break your heart, when you're down so low you cannot fall, would you change? Would you change? How bad, how good does it need to get? How many losses, how much regret? What chain reaction would cause an effect? Makes you turn around, makes you try to explain, makes you forgive and forget, makes you change.